Moving up for trial number 2, Mesmeric, Don Kiri, Boardwalk Emperor and Apache Knight, field of 4 up. Trial number 2, moving along quite nicely here for the second of our stands today. And the tape's release and away, and a little bit slow to begin was Apache Knight. Just wanted to turn around at the start and has taken its time to hit its straps, and it's back about 30 to 40 metres back last of all. First to begin was the trotter Don Kiri from Mesmeric second, Boardwalk Emperor third, and fourth was Apache Knight. Absolutely walking in front here, Don Kiri. Normally likes to bowl along out in the lead, but she's going pretty slowly at the moment, leading the way. From Mesmeric, Boardwalk Emperor in third spot, fourth was Apache Knight, who gave him about 30 or 40 metres, but made that up within a second or two because they were going that slow up in front. It's a trotter, Don Kiri out in the lead. The pacer Mesmeric, the 3-year-old behind the leader, Boardwalk Emperor, who's a CO. 3 back the pegs and 4 back the pegs, as well as Apache Knight, also a CO pacer. Qualifying here today, Boardwalk Emperor, who also stepped away well. 56.8 was the lead time, and Don Kiri from Mesmeric, Boardwalk Emperor and Apache Knight. No change in the order, the field of 4, and you would imagine they'll probably stay in this order for quite a while. 56.8, and they are going very, very slowly. They really haven't picked up the tempo at all whatsoever here, and Don Kiri is certainly breaking records, but more on the slower end than the faster end. And Don Kiri comes up to the 1200 metre mark. I think this is going to be a very slow first quarter. It is 35.1. 35.1, that was after a lead time of 56.8. So it's just an absolute dawdle here in front for Don Kiri. She'd probably work faster at home. Don Kiri leading the way. From in second spot, Mesmeric. Third, Boardwalk Emperor, and fourth, Apache Knight. Well, all the drivers that are pacers are quite content just to follow them around. As they swing out of the straight, 56.8 lead time, 35.1 the first quarter. Second quarter won't be much quicker, 33.4. So 33.4, and that half is in 68.5. And Don Kiri leading the way. Coming off the pegs now was Mesmeric to go up to the leader's girth. In third spot behind the leader, Apache Knight, and Boardwalk Emperor gets a nice trail into it for Zach Phillips, is in fourth and last spot. Running up to the 400, and the third quarter will come up in a few moments' time. It's 29.1, and for the first time in the trial they've quickened up. Don Kiri, Mesmeric, Boardwalk Emperor about to hook out 3 deep, and then Apache Knight awaiting the sprint lane. Turning for home, and the front runner is still the trotter Don Kiri. Mesmeric really been driven hard, is not responding that well. Boardwalk Emperor on the outsides loomed up and hit the lead. Mesmeric's trying to go with it. Boardwalk Emperor likes to knock off, but it's going to get there. Boardwalk Emperor scores from Mesmeric second, third Don Kiri, fourth Apache Knight. Last quarter was 29 seconds, so 29.1, 29 home, 58.1 last half. Very slow mile rate, very slow. 2:11.9 for the mile rate, 2:11.9. Last mile was in 26.8, 26.8 last mile. Last half in 58.1, 58.1 last half. We'll stand by for the margins in a few moments' time. The quarters were 35.1, 33.4, 29.1 and 29 seconds. Mile rate 2:11.9. Last mile 2:68. Last half 58.1. 3, 1, 2 and 4 in numbers. 3, 1, 2 and 4. Boardwalk Emperor first, Mesmeric second, Don Kiri third, Apache Knight fourth. And the margins were a neck by 4.5 metres. A neck by 4.5 on trial number 2.